Welcome back YouTube. I hope you're all doing alright. Let's begin our next challenge, level 25. For this level, they indicate that logging into Bandit 26 from Bandit 25 should be fairly easy. However, the shell for user Bandit 26 is not bin bash, like we have been used to up to this point, but it is something else. We need to find out what it is, how it works, and how to break out of it. Let's head over to the terminal. We have a private RSA key file available, which will help us to log in to Bandit 26. Let's try it. Remember, to include the private key file, we need to specify the -i option. We type yes, and we successfully logged in, but we immediately got logged out again. Last time we encountered this problem in level 18, they modified the .bashrc file to log us out immediately after we logged in. We solved this in the following way. However, this won't work here, because as indicated, the shell is not bin bash, so this terminal command won't work in this level. First, let's figure out which shell interpreter Bandit 26 has. This information is stored in the etc. password file. So here we have all the users of our system, including the Bandit accounts. Let's filter for Bandit 26, because that's the information we want. Let's analyze this file format. So first we have the username, in this case Bandit 26. Then we have the password, but if there is just an X here, this means the encrypted password is stored in etc. shadow. But mostly this is only readable by the root authority, which is for security purposes. Then you have the user ID of Bandit 26, the group ID, the user ID info, Bandit level 26, the home directory of this user, and then the command shell interpreter. In this case, it is located at user bin showText, which is what we were looking for. Now normally an interpreter file is in a non-readable format. For example, if we analyze bin bash, this is not in an ASCII format, so it's not very readable. But however, if we analyze showText, it is in ASCII format, so it should be readable. So this is a file that will be executed first thing after logging in to Bandit 26. So upon logging in, the Linux string is stored in the global term variable. Then the exec command is used. The exec commands will replace the current process with a new process. So in this case, this process will have precedence over whatever was running. Then the more command will be used. More is a filter for paging through text one screenful at a time. In the environment variables, we can see the global term variable, which was set earlier right here, and it indicates the terminal type used by More to get the terminal characteristics necessary to manipulate the screen, and then it exits. So that's the general gist of this shell interpreter. Now how do we manipulate this file? The key is in the more command. Let me give you a visual of how this command works. So here we got a file with 10 lines. Let's use the more command. With more, If the file is shorter than the length of the terminal window, it gives us the same functionality as cat. But remember, more pages through text one screen size at a time. So if we reduce the length of the terminal window, and we try again, then we see that the more filter is active. And here we can give some input. So let's see what input we can give. For our purposes, the v command is very useful because it starts up an editor. So let's apply this. We first resize our screen, then we try to log in again. We type yes. And now we are in the more command. Once we got this, we can resize our window again to make it more clear. So first we hit V to enter an editor. Now there are two ways for us to access our next password. First, and this is not specified in these more manual pages on the Bandit server, but in my local instance it is specified. We can use the :E option to examine a new file. So let's do this. And the file we want to access is our Bandit26 password file, which is located at the same place it always is. And we successfully obtained our password. Now, the second way is to start up a shell with a bash interpreter. So first, let's exit this file by hitting :Q. Let's enter the editor again by hitting V. So we want to set the shell to bin bash, because now the shell is still set to show text. So we do this in the following way. We hit enter, and then we hit the colon again, and we type shell to start up a shell. So now we have a Bandit26 terminal at our hands. We can read the password file again. And this is a second way to retrieve our password. Let's log out. And because we didn't actually log in to this subshell, we can't use logout, but we can use exit or Ctrl-D to exit. Then we exit this editor by hitting :Q to quit. We exit the more command by hitting Q, and then we log out. Now we log in again with this password we just obtained. We first need to resize our screen again, and then we log in. We hit V, we resize, set the shell. We start a shell. And we successfully registered our completion. Let's head over to the WeChat website to verify. We update. Congratulations on completing level 25. You rock. Thank you for watching this video. Please show your support and hit that like button, subscribe and turn on notifications to keep up to date with our next achievements.